Well, the banners have been hung, the name badges printed and the stage dress for tomorrow's ALP National Conference. But the pre-conference political jostling is continuing right up until the last minute. Labor's factions have been manoeuvring against each other on the eve of the conference, even at the cost of undermining the Prime Minister. Political correspondent Tom Eagleton reports from Canberra.
The gay marriage issues being put squarely in the political spotlight.
There you go. People have a right to live with dignity. We're all treated equal, and it's about time Australians got the same-sex marriage together as well. Thank you.
The world's most famous gay civil spouse opened World AIDS Day in Sydney tonight. Anthony Albanese was a guest on stage, showing his colours for the cause of equal marriage rights.
Well, Elton John had a message for delegates to the ALP conference, which is we need to be open about the fact that people exist in terms of different relationships and love is real, and he had a message about marriage equality.
It's an issue splitting the Labor Party and threatening to damage the Prime Minister when the party begins its conference tomorrow.
We'll have a debate over the next couple of days about how we accommodate those differences within the party, but I'm confident that there will be a change to our platform on this particular issue.
Why do we want same-sex marriage?
That would go against the Prime Minister's wishes. She's opposed to gay marriage. Her offer of a conscience vote on the issue, which would likely fail in the Parliament, hasn't appeased those who want the laws changed. Both sides say they have the numbers to win.
There'll be no undermining of Julia Gillard's authority at this conference. Leaders get their way, and so they should.
I'll be strongly supporting a conscience vote. I don't think we should try and dictate on these issues to people so that they're forced into a position where they could possibly cross the floor. That would be a very, very bad outcome.
Last night, the Queensland Parliament joined 4 other states in allowing civil unions between same-sex couples, though not full marriage.
I hope that my colleagues nationally will do as my colleagues here have done, and that is recognise that people who are in love, people who form relationships, have the same human rights as everybody else.
It is a breakthrough in Queensland. It's just a pity that Anna Bligh didn't take the lead there. She had the numbers and ability to move to marriage in Queensland.
But she is supporting the move to full marriage equality at tomorrow's national conference.
I support a change to the platform, and the question of whether or not a conscience vote should be held is a separate matter.
Sexual politics has always been fraught in Queensland. A generation ago, Premier Joe Bjelke-Petersen had police remove condom vending machines from university bathrooms on moral grounds.
Why not suggest to these people that they stop that horrible lifestyle that they're living in, these homosexuals?
Last night's vote on civil unions didn't go entirely as the current Premier had expected it.
Ayes 47, noes 40. The question is carried in the affirmative.
Despite 150 supporters in the public gallery and Anna Bligh's best efforts,
evil are those who would deny such a love to a fellow human being.
At the last minute, 4 Labor MPs reneged on their support for the bill.
I struggled and have argued with myself over and over, but at the end I could not support this bill.
The more I have thought about it, about what I personally believe in, according to my faith, unfortunately I can't support the bill.
The conscience vote was brought on by the state's treasurer.
Those on the other side of the chamber will be voting as drones, pre-programmed to come in here and vote one way.
But in what could be regarded as a dry run for the Prime Minister's idea of a conscience vote in the federal parliament, the state opposition accused the government of using the issue to butter up to the Greens.
This bill is nothing more than a stunt, designed as a distraction to the critical issues facing Queenslanders.
The reason that we have an entire Liberal, and I use that word very advisedly, National Party voting against this bill tonight is because they are now in the grip of the rising influence of the religious right.
As though the gay marriage issue wasn't enough, a factional fight's also broken out over the Immigration Minister's offer to double the humanitarian intake of refugees in exchange for the left's support in putting his Malaysia solution on the party platform. The Prime Minister addresses the opening of the conference tomorrow morning in Sydney. Tom Eagleton, Lateline.